Hello and welcome back to a little bit of a throwback Thursday. And by that I mean tomorrow is Thursday and today is the throwback. But also kind of today is not Thursday. Why am I lying to myself? But also kind of tomorrow's a throwback, but not really because it's something new. You know why it's something new? Because it is my first A-level CIE. Math paper 1. It's gonna go good, I hope. Probably, maybe. If my brain is working in the paper, you know how it is. But basically, not really ever since, when I made my O-level CIE vlog, and I was like, oh my god, I only did 3 papers today. What if it's not enough? Like, oh my god, I hope I get an A-star. Like, I did get an A-star. That's the update. This is a sequel because this is the second and the last time that I am taking a math CIE, and by that I mean I have 4 papers, so I'm doing this 3 more times, but it's for paper 1, okay? Maybe it was paper 2 last time. I don't remember. But we're doing this for paper 1 because this is when I feel better doing it. Now, unlike last time, I am not studying math paper 1 today. I am studying chem because CERM is coming. And after doing chem, I'm probably going to do like S1 and M1 because I really think my math paper 1 skills are fine. I'm going to do a couple hard questions that people have been sending on the math group chat, and that's about it, just to prime my brain. And that's kind of it. I am so freaking tired. I have done 1.5 chem papers today, and I checked one. I haven't checked the other yet. And I still... And Saram hasn't come because he's coming at 3:30, and it's only like 3. And this is like a lot more work than I do regularly, and my brain feels like so stiff and unstretched and unexercised, so I think I'm going to switch to bio for a while. So my brain can switch gears a little bit and go into memorization mode instead of like chem math vibes, if you get what I'm saying. It's like I was like fun and energetic back in O levels because I like still had hope in my life, but now I'm just sad and I am in a hopeless and dire state. And there's no escaping until my exams are over, and they're starting tomorrow, and they will be over literally like 10 days. Most of them will be over. I will literally have 5 papers out of 23 left in 10 days. That's crazy. That's insane. Why is there such a high concentration? But at the same time, I prefer it that way, but also there's not going to be much studying time in between now, even though I'm literally hopeless. I did yap for like a long time about furry Shakespeare, and I'll probably include that at the end. Maybe I'll include it in the middle, and because I'm not going to spend 6 minutes yapping about furry Shakespeare again. So yeah, basically my plan is that I'm going to start off with math, and by math I mean I'm going to do the difficult questions that people have sent on the group chat. I'm going to check the paper I was doing last night. I'm going to finish doing the paper I was doing last night because I didn't actually finish it, I don't think. Maybe I did. I don't know. I'll check. And then after doing all the hard questions, I'll do the semi-illegal Singapore variant. And by illegal, I mean we're not supposed to have access to it, but of course we have access to it. And that'll help me gauge whether I'm ready for my paper tomorrow. Because if I know how to do the Singapore variant, I'll know how to do my variant. But there is a big difference in sitting in the CIE hall where your brain could be working, could be not working, versus at home where I can like, I don't know, man, change the song that's playing on Spotify, and all of a sudden my brain starts working. Like, cray. There's a fly in my room. I need to move my screen so it doesn't come to the rest of my room. Okay, my screen does not go all the way when my window is closed because the handle of the window is blocking it, but I hope that the fly stays in its little enclosure that I've got going for it. It's on the screen, so maybe I can subtly open the window and like let it out. Because I don't want to kill it. That sounds mean, especially when it's avoidable, because it's like right next to the window. It's really avoidable. So yeah, let's go kill a fly.
Bestie girl should be gone now.
While we're here, let me tell you the story about my old roommate. I'll include pictures if I still have them, if I can find them. But basically, the thing about Lahore is that there are a lot of chipkalis, aka geckos, lizards. They are everywhere. Usually you see them outside the house, but just like bugs, just like flies, they get in. They get in and they, like, a lot of people are scared of them. And I like to pretend I'm not scared of them. Like, they ick me out. Like, I'm not fearful. Like, if it's in the room, I'm not, like, freaking out. Because one of the examples of this is that I had a little roommate come into my room. And he was over there. And then he was above the AC. And he would move around. He would be in places. But he would always be on that wall. He never really moved from there. And I would take little pictures of him and he would like run around and I was like, oh, my roommate. But he was icky. I didn't like him. So then I was like, Papa, I didn't say I don't want him there, but I was just like, okay, there's a gypsy in my room. And then my roommate was brutally murdered. And then I mourn every year on his death anniversary. It's been 2 years since then. This is the exact carpet that he was killed on, but lizards don't have much blood, so it's not like he bled. So there's no lizard blood on my carpet, but right in this corner specifically is where he died. Good information, isn't it? But yeah, I don't like death. Whoa, animal rights activist. Yeah. Also, I said Bestie should be gone by now, but like I saw Bestie. Like, Bestie's not here anymore. My friends, is where I bid you adieu because I have a headache, so I'm going to sleep. It's 10 o'clock. Perfectly reasonable time to go to sleep if you have to wake up at 6:30. That's like 10, 8. What am I saying? That's 8.5 hours of sleep, ideally. So we'll be all good. I'm not ending my day with furry Shakespeare, despite the large amount of time in the day that I've spent thinking about furry Shakespeare. And there's just one thing that I'm scared of for tomorrow, but everything else is so perfect, chill, and vibes. Like, there are a few things that I might do wrong, but I think I will persevere. I will make it. If the word tangent is there, I know what to do. Okay? So I think I'll be all set. I'm gonna go to sleep now. I wish you all good luck on your paper, and I wish myself good luck on my paper. So I was really under the impression that last clip was going to be the last clip in the video, but turns out that math is a PM paper. It is 10:30 in the morning right now. I thought I'd be in the middle of my exam right now, almost done. But instead, I'm at home and I have to leave the house at 12:30 so I can get there by 1, which is when the hall opens. And yeah, I literally thought it was an AM paper because, like, AM papers are better for 1. 2, I was just primed to wake up at 6 a.m. yesterday. I was like, I'm waking up at 6 a.m. So I woke up at 6, got dressed, did not even think, got in the car, got all the way to phase 1, which is close to phase 5, which is where the CIE hall is. Got to phase 1, and I'm like, wait. And then I look at my statement of entry, and it says PM, so now we're here. I even took a nap. Like, I thought I was well rested, but I got home, and I asleep. On my bed, asleep. Which is funny, I guess. But, you know, this is the real end. Like, I'm prepared for the paper. I thought I was gonna take it before, like, currently be taking it, and I'm prepared. Like, I'm ready. Like, my brain is working today, I think. It feels like it's working. Like, I'm chillaxed, and I feel clear-headed, and I feel alive. So I think I might just have some coffee. And then I'll do the obligatory making coffee scene because that was in the last vlog, so it'll be in this one too. And that's it from me. I've got my coffee, I've got my history textbook, and I've got a ledge to precariously place my coffee on. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Good luck on your own exams, if you're having them. And yeah, I bid you adieu. I think it's really cheesy to say I bid you adieu, but I want to say I bid you adieu, so I bid you adieu. I will probably read some webtoons. Now, I was scrolling through reels and I saw this reel and the author was like, forget the main couple. Actually, I'm glad everyone's noticing the, rivalry going between the sign artist and the vandal. And if anybody knows what this webtoon is, please comment below. I know nobody's watching this at the moment, but even like 10 years down the line, somebody is watching this, like, please let me know, because I don't think I'm ever finding it. There's so many webtoons on that app. I scrolled through not the entirety, but there's a significant portion of all of the Canvas romance, slice of life, and drama webtoons. And with the details I have of this webtoon, I don't know how to find it. But it's a vibe. We grow, we learn. We learn to not doom scroll, to, not lose the media that we want to consume. Which reminds me, another thing that I've been pursuing as of late, and by pursuing as of late, I literally just mean something that I got interested in like a few weeks ago. Never really thought to like examine further. Furry Shakespeare. Now you might be like, what the hell do you mean by furry Shakespeare? 2 words, 1 name. Cat Wirtz. Now, the way that this lore has been described to me was originally through the lens of Car Seat Headrest. I was talking to my friend about Will Toledo, and she was like, all of these Midwest emo bands have like the most insane lore. And we were talking about like this idea of like the fate of a muse, where the artist tells the muse's story and takes away the autonomy of the muse and repackages their story, like often without consent. So this is kind of somewhat what happened in the at least one song. There's a song about her panic attacks, I think it was. Also, by the way, all of this is like through my friend. I don't have any sources for this. I wasn't around in the community during this either. It's just what I've heard. So it was like a song about panic attacks that was written like way after they broke up. She did not want that written. And it was like a whole thing. So after talking about that, my friend gets derailed. She's like, there's this joke in the Car Seat Headrest fandom that every band member in Car Seat Headrest and all of the fans are all furries. And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And she was like, just look at their album art. And I was like, this explains nothing. And then she was like, okay, so basically these bands have been around since like old social media. So there's old YouTube clips, old like things on forums and such. And like, there's just evidence out there, like before Will Toledo even mentioned being a furry, like I guess post getting fame, everyone pretty much knew that he was a furry. Am I recording? Okay, I am recording. Everyone pretty much knew that he was a furry. And another piece of evidence for this was that his famous ex-girlfriend. So this is where another thing about the fate of the muse gets kind of nuanced with this, because it's like she did have her own autonomy and her own platform. It was just that his platform was bigger, to my understanding, or at least very different. Because again, she was an artist. She was furry Shakespeare. She was writing in like 2011, 12, 13. I think 2011. I know for sure 2013, and I assume that she was doing it slightly before then too, because I think Crow Killers started in 2013, and I can't imagine starting a huge series like that like right off the bat. So I assume she had been doing it for a few years before then. It's also so weird to have like files modified in 2014 on my laptop when my laptop didn't exist in 2014. But yeah, what was I saying? Right. So she kind of wrote, or they, I actually don't know their pronouns. Kate Orts is what they used to go by, but in all like the articles that I've been seeing, it's been like they used to be known as that. So I'm just going to switch to they, them now. Sorry about that. Because I don't actually know what pronouns they prefer and what name they go by now, but that's what they used to go by. And Crow Killers is spelled with a C if you want to look that up. And I don't actually know if they are seen as furry Shakespeare by the community as a whole, but by this particular friend calling them furry Shakespeare, that's high praise. This person is obsessed with Shakespeare, like to an unhealthy degree. Actually, I don't know if it's to an unhealthy degree. They keep swearing that they can yap about Hamlet, but they only yapped about it once, and it was for like an hour, so I guess they said they weren't even like close to being finished and like close to being done yapping about Hamlet, so they must, like, it's high praise. Like, just trust me. So that's where I'm at with what was I talking about? Furry Shakespeare. So yeah, I might go and start reading Crow Killers. I also downloaded the Lame Zone Collection 2 because it has FFF in it, and I heard FFF is good. So I think I'm going to start with FFF because it's shorter, but also Crow Killers must be like relative. I don't know if it's better per se, but Crow Killers has 8 seasons, the 9th of which is being continued today. So I assume that Crow Killers is good. Yeah. And that's like insane. Like 9 seasons, like 11 years that this has been going on. Like that's crazy. And yeah. So after doing math, I think I'll either end the day with like some random webtoon I find, or I'll end the day with furry Shakespeare. And I'll be back for that. I'll be back to let you know.